This is Athena Jezik, and this is the third part. Moving from the arms, then we're taking this, by the way, in the normal protocol of the way you move through the body. So we finished the arms, we finished the head and face. So now we're going to the abdomen. And the abdomen is divided into 4 quadrants. So it comes down this direction, midline, and then it cuts across here. So this portion of the abdomen is going to drain up in this direction. This portion is going to drain in this direction, this down and this down. And then there's deeper nodes that come up through the deeper vessel, and it's going to come up through the center. There's a center vessel right here that is called the cisterna chili. It's like a little cistern that's there, and it holds some lymphatic fluid as it's coming up from the deeper structures. So we start out and we just do our skin stretching with the broad part of the hand. And I probably have modified this a little bit in my protocol. So if you do go to the Institute and get the work from Bruno, from Dr. Chickley, there might be some things a little bit different, but primarily it's still doing, the objective is the same, and we're still moving to the same goal, and we still get the same results. So that's what matters the most. And you just work that. And you keep moving up and draining. And here in the middle. And then over the liver. We're going to move back and forth, and I just lift up the organs, and you want to see that kind of that ripple where there's fluid. It looks like fluid moving back and forth. Sometimes that's very tight in people and you can't get that movement. When you can get that movement, that's good, and then also moving it a little more. You can see how loose they are just structurally if their head and neck move. And then we can just float it around like we're floating on, and just kind of move it to stimulate it and just get the fluids unstuck if they're stuck, and feeling like moving if they're going to move, and just basically being nice to opening the system up in a little bit different manner. Okay. These are a couple of deep nodes. Then we're going to drain downward. In that quadrant. And upward. Inside this quadrant. And typically what happens after that is we move to the other side. And we do the same thing here. And again, like I had said before, I've modified some of this from the protocol that I learned from, so you'll see some differences. The main thing is to make sure that you open up areas and move the fluid, and do it gently and efficiently. There's not a whole lot of variation. Okay. Now what I do that's a little bit different is I get into the visceral a little bit and just work the abdomen. Going along the the descending colon here across the transverse, and then the ascending colon, just to work that a little. And again, moving it in the direction of the way it's going. This is actually backwards of the way that the waste material moves, but we're opening up the end part of it and moving it into the space. So it's a little bit of the lymphatic idea of opening and then moving. And I do this lightly, getting into more of the fluid, concentrating more with that than actual organ moving. It's just a nice thing to add. And then to just work it. I do this just to feel what's happening in the quadrants. I can feel the direction of the fluid, and I can feel that it's all moving in the proper direction for the quadrants. Okay, so that's little work in how to open up and create the flow to happen in the abdominal area. Again, I caution you, if there's serious diseases happening or conditions that you're not sure that you should be working with the lymphatic work, don't do it. Call somebody, email somebody, find somebody that is qualified, because like we say, there is many contraindications to lymphatic work, so you do need to know what you're doing. With that, we'll move to the next section. This is Athena Jezik.
If you liked this video, we have hundreds of more alternative videos ranging from sexual health to psychology to mind control. So if you liked it, go ahead and click on me to enter the Psyche Truth channel.